Europeans invented racism. No civilization in human history has ever needed racism like Europeans did, because no civilization in human history had such an identity crisis or such a violent inferiority complex that it had to build an entire global caste system just to feel tall. Let's be clear, the Persians didn't turn skin tone into an economic engine. The Zulu didn't build biometric racial taxonomies. The Chinese didn't create a global, pigment-based chain gang to mine sugar, rubber, cotton, and gold. That was Europe. That was the lab. That was the launch pad. They didn't stumble into racism. They weaponized a civilizational virtue. They saw their skin flake in the sun. Didn't create a global, pigment-based chain gang to mine sugar, rubber, cotton, and gold. That was Europe. That was the lab. That was the launch pad. They didn't stumble into racism. They weaponized melanin deficiency, then called it a civilizational virtue. They saw their skin flake in the sun, and instead of fixing their diet, they invented a world order. You think racism is natural? Then why did it have to be written into papal decrees, encoded into slave ledgers, whispered into microscopes, and screamed into every textbook from 1500 to now? This was not human nature. This was colonial software. 1452, the Vatican signs off on global genocide. The original terms and conditions. 1492, Columbus doesn't discover land. He discovers a business model. Rape, murder, extract. 1705, whiteness becomes law. Blackness becomes a death sentence. 1800s, France, Germany, England. Your Enlightenment heroes build the operating system of racial capitalism. Skulls measured, breasts catalogued, bones stolen, children displayed in zoos. 1904, the Herero people are wiped out. Not incidentally, scientifically. Germany tests out genocide like it's in beta mode. The end game? Whiteness as God, property, passport, and border. Melanin as contamination, currency, and commodity. Whole continents redlined, whole oceans trafficked, whole species of humans declassified. Europeans didn't just invent racism. They engineered a spirit-killing, land-stealing, child-breaking, lobe-spanning operating system that still boots up every time you say diversity with a straight face. They gave racism a paper trail, a family crest, a user manual, and a customer service line, and we are still on hold. They didn't invent hatred. They invented the spreadsheet that turns hatred into quarterly profit. They made racism fiscal. They made it religious. They made it sexy, scholarly, and self-replicating. And then they gaslit the world for noticing. Cope.